I first knew there was a business idea really inside me growing up, working for my dad. He had his own business, the family business that he grew with two brothers. And so spending quite a number of years working for him, seeing what he created, I was incredibly passionate about working for myself one day and doing a similar thing.
It wasn't so much a mentor. We had really each other. James and I met when we were at university, and when we met we sort of realised we were kindred spirits in terms of what we loved about life and what we wanted to do with regards to running a business one day. What it came down to was a lot of planning. We had jobs that we went into after university, but we set out a plan in terms of defining what the business was going to be, gave ourselves a time frame for getting up and running, and then worked very close to that. In terms of mentor, we had my father and James's father both being entrepreneurs themselves, so it was good to get advice from them. But really we relied on each other and our other business partner, Matt Smith, and between the three of us we carried ourselves through it.
I think, if I was going to give anyone advice thinking about doing it, I would say there's no point in having an idea unless you're actually going to try it and take the plunge. You can do that in a reasonably risk-averse way if you plan things properly. And so, you should basically try it. And the second thing is, I would definitely try and do something that you're passionate about. We were lucky enough that when we were kind of coming up with the idea of our business, we decided that travel was something that we incredibly enjoyed, basically. And if you're going to be doing something 24/7, it's really key that it is something that you really kind of do enjoy and are really passionate about.
I think in terms of working with two other people and running a business, there are both advantages and challenges. I think certainly for us the advantage is complementary skills, and we are also originally great friends. And while some people do say, sometimes wisely, be very careful if you consider going to business with friends, we were lucky that we recognise each other's strengths and could work together well. Undoubtedly there are challenges when you work as three people on a business 24/7 for 6 years of your life. It would be ludicrous to assume that you're never going to meet, with differences of opinion.
Hasn't always been plain sailing.
No, at all.
But still friends.
Still friends, and I think in many ways it actually has made us stronger friends. And I think we realise that what we want as the three of us is to achieve, the best we possibly can for each other. So having a friendship as a foundation for running a business has helped us immensely.
The best thing for me is basically if you do have an idea within the business, you can make it happen literally that afternoon or overnight. Having worked for a big kind of corporate before we started our own business, the frustration there was that whatever basic idea or value you wanted to add, there was so much kind of red tape and process to go through, whereas with your own business, you generally are your own boss and you can bring things to life in hours, not months.
And just to add to that, I think in terms of having that idea, really we find the best thing about being your own boss is you're only limited by your imagination and your own personal determination. And I think in previous businesses that we'd worked in which we were working for other people, that was sometimes a sense of frustration. To know that when you wake up in the morning, the only thing that is getting in the way of you doing what you really want to do is yourself, that's a pretty decent motivating factor to get going with your own business.